I've served as a parish pastor at Grace Lutheran in Racine for 13 years now. It's my only first call out of seminary. And it's been a really good place to sort of grow up as a pastor and to serve a very good congregation. They've been very good to me. So I'm not running away from anything, but as time went on, our congregation started to sort of seek out new ways, new projects, and one of those ideas that we came up with was, well, maybe we'll send a pastor out into the mission field for a while. And those conversations sort of evolved and led to me actually being called on a full-time basis to serve as a church planter and a missionary in Singapore. The Missouri Synod, I think, brings great strength to mission work. We have a long history of doing mission work, and I've heard people, even from without of the Missouri Synod, say, you guys do missions well. You really have a good support team working for you, and we've been at this, so we know the ropes of how to send people overseas and how to support them. I think also the Missouri Synod, of course, has the greatest treasure, though, and that's the gospel, with all its truth and purity. And we understand that Jesus Christ is what the mission is about. We go to all regions of the world and take that message that we know so well in the States and in our churches. And what an opportunity to go to a place where maybe so many people don't know that message, and to be able, with clarity and with all of that support and everything, to go and to take the gospel to a new land where we haven't been before. I think that most missionaries have in common some characteristics. First of all, you have to love the gospel, and you have to have a heart to share it. Maybe an adventurous spirit to go out and do that in a place, in a setting that you're not used to, and you're going to have to learn on the fly and be open to new people and new cultures and maybe even new languages, new foods. And in that sort of strange context, take something that's very familiar to you and that you know well, the gospel, and find ways to communicate that are going to be effective and reach those people. Well, you know, I'm actually looking forward to spending the next several months gathering support before I actually deploy to Singapore. And looking forward also to coming back after I've been at it for a while and tell them how it's been going. But gathering that support as giving the people of God an opportunity to be a part of this mission and to have their prayers, of course, which we would very much value, but also their support in many other ways as they can take part in it. Even though they're not going overseas, they'll know me, and that connection will help them feel more of a part of the mission of God overseas and in Singapore. Well, you know, it's a big decision to take a call, especially a call to an international situation as a missionary. One thing to consider is, how well suited am I for this particular situation and the needs of this particular context. I think you also have to consider, you know, is God using you effectively where you are? Do I have the talents, the gifts, the training? And can I learn? You know, am I willing to be open to new ways of doing things? Well, you know, my family is a big part of this thing too, as every missionary family is. And I have 3 little girls who are ages 10, 8, and 5. And my wife, of course, and we homeschool them. So not years ago, months ago, when we were already getting the idea that we might be headed off to Singapore, and they didn't know yet, but Mom had them work on a project where they researched and learned all about the country of Singapore, and they made a big display with the different foods and the different cultural stuff. And so they got really excited about it. So when they found out that we'd be going to Singapore, it really made that news a lot more exciting to break to them. I'm looking forward to my children having those opportunities to learn about new people, new cultures, and also to be a part of that missionary endeavor in their own ways, as we're a family and we're in this together. So I think they're excited, and we're looking forward to it.